What if I told you that the secret to restoring your energy, reviving your confidence, and reigniting intimacy doesn't come from a pill, but from a simple glass sitting quietly in your kitchen? One dose, one cup, every morning. For some men, it's meant the difference between silent frustration and genuine connection. For others, it's brought back the spark they thought was lost forever. I'm Dr. Simon. I've spent over 30 years helping men restore their energy, reclaim their vitality, and reconnect with the version of themselves they thought was gone. And what I'm about to share might quietly challenge everything you've assumed about aging. Because here's the truth. What most people believe about erectile dysfunction is wrong. It's not just about hormones. It's not about desire fading with time. It's about blood flow, and blood flow that can be improved naturally. But here's the part that shocks most men over 60. No one tells them this. No one tells them that circulation is the foundation, that your body still knows how to respond if you give it the right support. That's where these powerful natural morning drinks come in. They're not trends, they're not fads. They're rooted in science and supported by cultures that have been using them for centuries. No prescriptions, no side effects. Just real ingredients working with your body, not against it. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 10 natural drinks, each proven to support better circulation, lower blood pressure, and increase nitric oxide, the master key to performance and vitality. And make sure you stay with me until the end, because drink number 10 might be the most powerful of them all. It's bold, earthy, and used by elite athletes, but its real magic is in how it restores energy and endurance from the inside out. So grab a pen, or just sit back and listen, because this one simple habit could change the way you feel, move, and connect for good. Let me introduce you to a drink that's been quietly changing lives. It's not exotic, it's not expensive, and it certainly doesn't come in a bottle with a warning label. In fact, you've probably walked past it 100 times in your local grocery store without giving it a second thought. I'm talking about celery juice. I remember a patient named Brian, a 67-year-old former firefighter. He had strong hands, a sharp mind, and years of service behind him. But when he came into my office, he looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, it's not just the bedroom. I feel like I'm disappearing, like I'm not even myself anymore." We ran the usual tests. His heart was fine, hormones were okay. But one thing stood out: his circulation was sluggish. That's when I suggested something simple: one glass of fresh celery juice every morning. It sounds too plain to be powerful, but nature often hides its greatest tools in the simplest places. Celery is rich in a group of plant compounds called phthalides, which help relax the smooth muscles around your arteries. This makes it easier for blood to flow, not just to your heart, but to every part of your body that depends on strong circulation. And it doesn't stop there. Celery also has a natural calming effect on cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. High cortisol can quietly kill libido and interrupt the very systems your body needs to feel strong, engaged, and responsive. For a man like Brian, who carried decades of pressure and responsibility on his shoulders, this shift was something he could feel. 2 weeks later, he came back into my office with a different look in his eyes. He said, "Doc, I feel awake again." His blood pressure was lower, his steps were lighter. And most of all, his confidence had returned. That's the power of one glass of celery juice. And it's just the beginning. Because the next drink, it tastes like summer, but it works like a quiet engine, fueling your circulation from the inside out. If celery juice works quietly behind the scenes, the next drink brings a touch of sweetness and comfort with it. It's familiar, it's delicious, and it holds a surprising amount of power for men over 60. Let's talk about the banana smoothie. I had a patient named Samuel, 71 years old, a retired mail carrier who had recently remarried after years of being widowed. He came into my office with a gentle smile and a quiet concern. "Doc," he said, "I've found love again, but I'm worried I won't be able to keep up." There was no shame in his voice, just vulnerability. He didn't want magic. He wanted to feel capable again. That's when I introduced him to one of the most underestimated nutritional tools available: bananas. They're more than just a quick snack. They're loaded with potassium, a mineral that directly influences blood pressure and vascular health. For men, that means more consistent, reliable blood flow where it counts. Even a small elevation in blood pressure can restrict the delicate blood vessels that support an erection. Bananas help reduce that tension gently and naturally. And when you blend one into a smoothie with a splash of almond milk or a handful of spinach, you create a drink that not only supports circulation but energizes your entire system. There's more. Bananas contain vitamin B6, which supports hormone production. Their natural sugars provide a clean boost of energy without the crash. And for a man like Samuel, that simple morning habit made all the difference. Within a few weeks, he felt more present, more steady, more confident. "I'm not trying to be 25 again," he told me. "I just want to be fully here for her and for myself." That's the quiet power of a banana smoothie. Nourishment that builds from the inside out. But if a smoothie can bring back confidence, the next drink might just restore your stamina. It's bright, honest, and rich in a nutrient that fuels not only your heart, but your spirit too. Some drinks wake you up gently. Others give you that steady push forward. But this next one? It brings back the fire. Let's talk about carrot juice. I once worked with a man named Martin. He was 66, a retired mechanic who had spent decades hunched over engines, solving problems with his hands. When he came into my office, he didn't complain. He just said, "Doc, I'm not just tired, I'm worn out." His blood pressure was slightly elevated. His labs weren't terrible, but everything about him spoke of slow, creeping fatigue. The kind that's hard to name, but even harder to shake. I recommended he start with a glass of carrot juice each morning. Nothing fancy, just pure, fresh-pressed carrot juice. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A. This nutrient helps maintain the lining and flexibility of blood vessels, ensuring better circulation throughout the body. That's especially important for men who want to support performance where it matters most. But that's just the beginning. Carrots also contain potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and reduce strain on the cardiovascular system. And with their natural sugars, they offer a slow, steady source of clean energy. No jitters, no crashes. For Martin, the effect was noticeable. Within a few weeks, he said he was walking lighter, breathing easier. "I even caught myself humming in the garage," he joked. It wasn't just physical. It was emotional. He felt like he had a little more to give, at work, at home, and in the bedroom. That's the beauty of carrot juice. It's not flashy, it's honest, and it helps your body move like it remembers how. Now, if that drink helps restore energy, the next one does something even more profound. It doesn't just wake the body, it wakes something deeper inside. A root that's been used for centuries to stir strength and stir connection. Some remedies don't just work, they awaken something inside you. That's exactly what ginger tea does. George was 70 when he first came to see me, a retired jazz musician with silver hair and quiet eyes. He had a soft voice, but his words carried weight. "Doc," he said, "I still love my wife like the day I met her, but lately I feel like my body has forgotten how to respond." It wasn't a complaint, it was a confession. One I've heard from many men who still carry the desire to connect, but feel as though the fire has dimmed. I introduced him to ginger tea. Just 1 cup in the evening. Nothing complicated, but deeply effective. Ginger contains compounds like gingerol and shogale that reduce inflammation in blood vessels and improve circulation. That means more blood flowing where it needs to go, not just to the brain and muscles, but to the most intimate parts of the body as well. But ginger doesn't stop at circulation. One of its most overlooked benefits is its impact on testosterone. Multiple studies have shown that regular ginger consumption can naturally support testosterone levels in men facing age-related decline. For George, this warm, spicy tea became more than a beverage. It became a moment of reflection, a ritual that didn't just soothe the body, it restored it. After a few weeks, he walked into my office with a subtle change in his stride. "I'm playing again," he smiled. "And I'm not just playing music." That's what ginger does. It reminds your body that it still knows how to respond, how to move, and how to feel. And while ginger brings heat and rhythm back into your life, the next drink works quietly and steadily. It strengthens your foundation from the inside out, helping you shed the weight that's holding everything down. Some drinks speak softly but carry deep strength. That's the quiet nature of green tea. Raymond was 69, a retired history professor who had spent his life taking care of others, his students, his children, even his neighbors. But somewhere in the process, he stopped taking care of himself. When he came to see me, it wasn't just for intimacy issues. He said, "I want to feel light again, not just in my body, but in my life." I started him on green tea, just 1 cup in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Green tea is rich in powerful antioxidants called catechins. These compounds help improve blood vessel function, which is essential for strong, healthy circulation. And as I've said many times, when your blood flows better, everything else tends to follow. But one of green tea's most underestimated benefits is its effect on belly fat. As men age, excess fat around the waist doesn't just weigh us down physically. It disrupts hormones, increases inflammation, and slows circulation. Green tea helps reduce that stubborn fat by boosting metabolism and supporting healthier body composition. Over the weeks, Raymond began to notice the shift. His posture improved, his belly slimmed, his mood lifted. One day he told me, "I feel like I'm taking up space in my own life again." That struck me deeply. Because it's not just about fat loss, it's about reclaiming presence. His wife later told me he'd started humming again in the mornings, reading aloud like he used to when they were younger. That's the ripple effect of something as simple as green tea. It doesn't shout, but it speaks to the core of who you are. And while green tea trims and tones the body, the next drink works on a deeper level. It rebuilds from within, quietly nourishing your heart, your vessels, and your spirit with every smooth, creamy sip. Sometimes, the most powerful changes come from the quietest places. That's exactly how I think of almond milk. Charles was 73 when he came to me, a retired postman, widowed for several years, and recently reconnecting with an old friend from church. He wasn't chasing youth. He wasn't asking for miracles. He just said, "Doc, I want to feel like myself again." I recommended he add almond milk to his morning routine. 1 glass, blended into a smoothie or enjoyed on its own. What makes almond milk so valuable, especially for older men, is its high content of vitamin E. This antioxidant helps protect blood vessels from oxidative stress and inflammation, which is essential for smooth, steady circulation. The more flexible and healthy your vessels, the easier blood flows where it needs to. But the benefits go deeper. Almond milk is rich in magnesium, which helps relax blood vessels and maintain a healthy heart rhythm. It also contains healthy fats that fuel your body without overloading it, and calcium to support bones as you age. For men who are lactose intolerant or simply want a gentler plant-based option, almond milk offers all the nourishment without the heaviness of traditional dairy. After a few weeks, Charles came back and said something simple but powerful. "I feel more comfortable in my own skin." That's a feeling many men haven't had in years. Almond milk may be quiet, but it restores from within. And that gentle shift can open the door to something even more powerful. Because the next drink isn't leafy or creamy. It's vibrant, earthy, and loaded with the exact nutrients your body uses to build stamina and strength from the inside out. Spinach isn't flashy. It doesn't have a bold flavor or bright color, but what it does inside the body is nothing short of remarkable. Henry was 68 when he came to see me. A retired railroad worker, strong hands but tired eyes. He looked down at the floor and said, "Doc, I'm not ready to give up, but nothing's working the way it used to." He wasn't angry. He was simply tired of feeling like he was fading. I recommended a spinach smoothie, 1 cup every morning. Nothing complicated, just spinach, banana, almond milk, and a spoonful of peanut butter for taste and texture. Here's why it works. Spinach is loaded with natural nitrates. Inside the body, those nitrates convert into nitric oxide, the same molecule that helps blood vessels relax and expand. That single process, more nitric oxide, means better blood flow, stronger performance, and more energy to move through the day with confidence. But it doesn't stop there. Spinach also contains magnesium, which supports nerve function, regulates blood pressure, and helps calm the nervous system. Add in vitamins A, C, K, and iron, and what you've got is a leafy green that quietly supports every system involved in circulation, energy, and intimacy. After a few weeks, Henry came back into my office with a subtle grin. "I'm waking up before my alarm again," he said. "And I'm not the only one noticing." Spinach reminded his body how to work with itself instead of against it. And that shift showed up in everything, from the way he moved to the way he looked at his wife across the table. Some solutions are loud. This one is quiet and powerful. And if spinach rebuilds from within, the next drink ignites from the heart out. It's deep red, full of ancient strength, and delivers bold results that your heart and your partner will thank you for. Some drinks don't just nourish, they reignite. That's exactly what pomegranate juice does. Alan was 72 when he walked into my office. A retired Army veteran, still standing tall but with a look in his eyes that told me something had shifted. "Doc," he said, "I'm not ready to slow down, but lately my body is making that decision for me." He wasn't looking for shortcuts. He wanted something real, something that would give him back his edge. I recommended pomegranate juice, one small glass every morning. What makes it special is its richness in antioxidants, especially punicalagin, a compound that reduces inflammation and helps repair the lining of blood vessels. That means cleaner arteries, lower blood pressure, and better blood flow everywhere, including where it matters most. But here's what really gets my patients' attention. Studies have shown that pomegranate juice can directly improve erectile function, not by acting like a stimulant, but by improving the quality of blood circulation itself. It clears the path so your body can respond the way it was designed to. And it doesn't stop in the bedroom. Pomegranate juice also helps reduce plaque buildup, supports healthy cholesterol, and strengthens the cardiovascular system overall. Alan started drinking it daily. A month later, he came back with a half smile and said, "Doc, I've got fire back in the furnace." His workouts felt easier. His mood was lighter. And he no longer looked at intimacy with hesitation or doubt. That shift in his energy told me everything. He wasn't just functioning again, he was thriving. Pomegranate juice rebuilds from the inside out. It doesn't push, it empowers. And if this ancient red elixir restored Alan's spark, the next drink might just surprise you even more. It's cool, hydrating, and carries a secret weapon inside that fuels your stamina like nothing else. Some drinks make you feel good. Others make you feel like yourself again. That's the power of watermelon juice. Stephen was 70 when he sat across from me, a retired teacher with kind eyes and a gentle voice. He said, "Doc, everything feels harder lately, even the things that used to come naturally." His tone wasn't bitter, it was honest. I introduced him to watermelon juice, not just for hydration, but because of one key compound inside it, citrulline. Citrulline is an amino acid that, once inside the body, gets converted into arginine and then into nitric oxide. And as we've seen, nitric oxide is essential for relaxing blood vessels and supporting smooth, consistent blood flow. That's the foundation of healthy intimacy, mental sharpness, and stamina. What makes watermelon juice so special is that it delivers these benefits naturally, without any harsh side effects. It's also packed with vitamins A, C, and B6, and it helps hydrate your body while fueling performance at the cellular level. Stephen was skeptical at first. "You're telling me watermelon can fix this?" he chuckled. But he gave it a try. One glass every morning, sometimes with mint, sometimes with lime. 3 weeks later, he came back with a laugh I hadn't heard before. "Doc, I feel lighter. Like something inside me clicked back into place." That's what watermelon juice does. It reminds the body how to move, respond, and recharge. And while this sweet summer drink restores from the surface, the final one on our list digs deeper than all the rest. It's rich, bold, and trusted by athletes for a reason. because what it does to your circulation might just change everything. Beetroot juice isn't trendy. It's not sweet or smooth, but it might be the most powerful drink on this entire list. Patrick was 74 when he came to me, a retired firefighter who had spent his life in service. His body had slowed, but his spirit hadn't. "Doc," he said, "I'm not trying to be a kid again. I just want to feel like I'm still in the game." I handed him a bottle of beetroot juice and said, "This might be your edge." Beets are packed with natural nitrates. Once inside the body, those nitrates convert to nitric oxide, which helps open up blood vessels, allowing for more oxygen-rich blood to flow throughout the body. That means stronger stamina, better endurance, and yes, better performance behind closed doors. But it's not just about intimacy. Beetroot juice also lowers blood pressure, reduces inflammation, and supports overall cardiovascular health. That makes it a total body ally for any man over 60. Patrick wasn't thrilled with the taste at first. "It's like drinking the earth," he joked, but he stuck with it. One small glass every morning, sometimes mixed with a little lemon. After 3 weeks, he walked into my office with a spark in his eyes I hadn't seen before. "Doc, I forgot how good it feels to move," he said. "My walks feel easier, I'm sleeping deeper, and my wife says I've been smiling in my sleep." That's what beetroot juice can do. It doesn't just boost your blood, it brings you back to life. So now you've heard about all 10 natural drinks that work with your body, not against it. But here's the real question. What will you do with this? Because in this final part, I want to show you exactly how to start. One simple plan, one small step, one powerful beginning. After decades of working with men just like you, fathers, husbands, veterans, neighbors, I've learned something simple but powerful. The difference between a man who feels alive and one who feels like he's fading often comes down to a single daily decision. One cup, one act of care, one quiet commitment to yourself. We've walked through 10 natural drinks, each one with its own unique way of supporting your blood flow, your energy, your confidence, and your connection. Celery juice helps open up blood vessels and calm your stress response. Banana smoothies fuel your heart and regulate your blood pressure. Carrot juice brings clean energy and supports your circulation. Ginger tea stirs your testosterone and clears inflammation. Green tea trims your belly fat and improves vascular function. Almond milk restores from within with vitamin E and magnesium. Spinach smoothies fill your body with nitric oxide and essential nutrients. Pomegranate juice strengthens the heart and reignites intimacy. Watermelon juice delivers citrulline to fuel natural blood flow. And beetroot juice gives you the same stamina trusted by elite athletes. Together, these drinks don't just improve your health, they tell a different story. A story about showing up again, about reconnecting with your partner, your purpose, and your power. And the best part? It's not complicated. You don't need pills or surgeries or prescriptions with long warning labels. You just need to begin. Choose one drink. Rotate them through the week. Drink it slowly. Listen to your body. Within days, you might notice more energy, clearer thinking, a stronger sense of presence. Within weeks, you might begin to remember what it feels like to be fully in your life again. Because here's the truth. You are not past your prime. You are not too late. The body remembers how to heal if you give it what it needs. Start tomorrow. One glass, one quiet choice. And this time, you're not just doing it for energy or performance. You're doing it because you're worth it.